Hi there, and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Ruth Verbrae, and this is part 2 of emotional fitness. So if you haven't already, please hit the button below to subscribe to my YouTube channel so that you don't miss the upcoming videos. But in the first session of emotional fitness, I talked about what emotional fitness really meant, and then I talked about the 7 characteristics that tell you if you're actually emotionally healthy. Now, emotional health is very important to your overall health. Emotional health is necessary in order for you to be happy. You and I both want to live a happy, healthy life, right? I know I do. And at a time in my life, I was very emotionally unstable. I was at the tipping point. I wasn't doing so well. And I talked a little bit about my journey and the fact that my husband went through post-traumatic stress disorder and my emotions were all over the map. I really needed to focus on taking care of myself as well as helping my husband come back from the depths of despair. And this took months. And so my emotions were like a roller coaster, like up and down and up and down and up and down. But again, emotional fitness, emotional health is about knowing that that you're not too emotional, that you're able to balance your feelings, your thoughts, your boundaries. Are you able to, not put a fist through a wall? Are you able to? I'm just trying to think. Are you able to control your behaviors? Are you able to even control your thoughts? Or where do they go for you? And so we talked about that a little bit, and we dove into looking at the 7 characteristics that really, where you can tell if you are emotionally healthy or not. And if you're not, if you answer no to any of those characteristics, then your emotional health needs some attention. So at one point in my life, my emotional health did really need attention as well. So today what I want to focus on is just different things that you can do to focus on your emotional health and to build your emotional health, because it's so important for you to be happy and healthy and live the dreams of and your desires in life, to be able to be flexible in our retirement years. I'm 59 and I'm retired and I am blessed. But when my husband was so ill and my emotions were so up and down, I wasn't happy and I wasn't living the life I wanted to live. I wasn't happy being around my grandkids. I wasn't happy traveling. I just wanted to isolate myself because I wasn't doing well, put it that way. So I want to give you 10 ways to boost your emotional health. So one of the things is to grow your support system. Now, how do you grow your support system? Well, it takes, there's my oven. It takes work, because you have to build relationships and build the trust with friends or with a counselor or with people that will be there for you, so that you can phone somebody up when you need to, when you need somebody to talk to. You need that safe, trusted friend. And when you have that circle of friends or your support group, that will help boost your emotional health. Because hopefully your support group will not only listen to you, but will also tell you when you need to maybe suck it up and do something for yourself. So you got to be ready for that perspective as well. And number 2 is to learn more about your situation and what you're going through, to lessen the fear of the unknown, because the more you know, the less you fear. And you and I both fear the unknown. That's pretty normal. But the more we know about our circumstances or about what we can do in our circumstance and understand it more, then the less fear there is. So that's a good thing. And I'm not saying that you can control everything, because you can't. You have to let go of the things you can't control. But learning more to lessen the fear is number 2. Getting moving to improve your mood. Moving is important. Physical exercise is important because it gets your adrenaline going and it gets your immune system built up, it boosts your mood. And so when you work at exercising and you get moving, you have more of the good hormones flowing in your body. So I encourage you to get moving. Do something. And I'm not saying that you need to run a marathon, but do something. And then try and get into the habit of doing something at least 3 times a week for movement, for exercise. Number 4, have sex. So maybe in your retirement years, that isn't a real thing. You know, the older you get, maybe the less sex there is. And so if you're still enjoying that, then enjoy it to its fullest. Because what that does is it gets oxytocin into your body. And there is something called the cuddle hormone, which is oxytocin. And if you're intimate with someone, that cuddle hormone in your body helps to build your emotional health. So that's number 4. Number 5, develop a passion by investing time in a new hobby. Do you even have a hobby? Hobbies are something that I've struggled with my whole life. So I have to work at finding things that I really enjoy. Something that I do enjoy in the winter, I sometimes knit, or I watch my favorite series on Netflix, or I also love holidaying and traveling, and I love playing with my grandkids. But a hobby is different. A hobby is something where you're actually focused in on something. So I like to puzzle in the winter. Puzzling is something that I can do while I'm visiting, while I'm just vegging out for 10 minutes. So a puzzle is a hobby for me. You might hate puzzling, but try something. Do something, because when I've been active my whole life, I find focusing in on a new hobby difficult. And that's something I need to work on for my own emotional health. So find a hobby. Develop a passion. And that's what the hobby is all about. And I do love to puzzle. So number 6 is eat and drink healthfully. So develop a lifestyle that is a little healthier than maybe what you're at right now. So it doesn't mean no junk food ever. I like the 80-20 rule, and I've talked about that in another video, but 80% healthy, 20% it's up to you. But remember that whatever you put into your body does affect your overall health. So eat and drink healthfully and in moderation. Number 7 is meditate or do yoga or do something to relieve stress. I love meditation. Now, I have a program that's called The Renewed Mind, and I have developed quite a few meditations, and I know that they really help my body relax. So they're very good for my emotional health. So find some meditation. If you're interested in my online program, you can go to renewedmindonline.com, and it's a funnel, so it'll take you through a few steps. But right now, my program is selling very inexpensively, so now's a good time. So it's renewedmindonline.com, and it'll say, get my 5 stress busters that will bust your stress in 5 minutes or less. But that won't be there very long. So if you're into that, then you can figure that out and go and check that out later. But right now, meditation is a really good thing for your emotional health. That's number 7. Number 8 is manage your time by setting daily and weekly goals. Maybe you even want to do monthly or yearly. I like to write a list. I'm a real list writer, and so I like to write down what I'm going to do for the day. So at the end of the day, I like to be able to, check my things off and then celebrate. I got it done. Even if it's as simple as make dinner. Because in our busy lives, we don't always make dinner. And if you're trying to be healthy, then nutrition is part of your overall health, which helps your emotional health. So they're kind of all intertwined. So manage your time by setting daily goals. Try it if you've never done it before. Number 9 is getting enough sleep. Do you get enough sleep? I also talked about sleep in another video, but sleep is so important to your overall health. And when you're not getting enough sleep, you will find that you are more emotional. I cry more when I'm overtired. I'm more irritable when I'm overtired. Sleep affects so much of our body. Are you getting enough sleep? And, you know, practice good habits before bedtime so that you're helping yourself develop good sleep habits. That's number 9. And number 10, learn to say no and refrain from overextending yourself. Now, you and I, as women, we tend to overextend ourselves quite regularly. So that's something that you and I both need to work on. Refrain and learn to set boundaries. That's very healthy for your emotional fitness. So I just gave you 10 tips on what to work on to develop your emotional health if your emotional health needs attention. So again, I encourage you, if you haven't watched part 1, it's just called Emotional Fitness, and this one is Emotional Fitness Part 2, then I encourage you to go and watch the other video to see the characteristics, to see if you're emotionally healthy. If not, start working on these if your emotional health needs attention, and I will see you in the next video. You and I both want to live a happy, healthy life. Life is short, so live it well. I'll talk to you again real soon. Bye for now.